Hi guys, this is Mauro from the Daring Ones. I want to go through the two-handed backhand today. I have had some, usually when I teach people that have a one-handed forehand and a two-handed backhand, there are at least 4 or 5 issues that I always find they have the same, on the backhand. One of them is when they hit the one-handed forehand and then they go to the one-handed backhand. Many times they use the grip on the forehand. They just grab it with the left hand, with the left arm, with the left hand, and they swing it like that. They don't really do anything with the right hand. So what happens many times is that they end up hitting with the arm, with the back of the palm in the front of it. See? So instead of meeting the ball in front of them, since you're twisting the wrist and it doesn't feel very comfortable, they kind of hit the ball back here. It's not really the perfect position to brush. There is no way you can brush the ball even if you meet the ball early. So what they end up doing is just more like kind of shoveling that backhand. So the first thing, one thing that you want to pay attention to is when you hit that forehand and then you're getting ready for that backhand, you want to make sure that you have, don't let the right hand, the palm, the back of the palm in the front. You want to bring that hand on top. Show a little more of the knuckles, a little more or a little less. That's up to you. You're gonna feel it. You gotta be able to put that racket in front of you where you can brush, where you can swing, where you can brush that ball. So when you switch, pay attention to the right hand. The right hand is the one that is actually going to allow you to brush there. This is the dominant one. This is the one that is going to control. And if we think about it, if we hit the forehand and we go in this position, the backhand is just like a lefty guy hitting his forehand. And we don't want to hit. If we were lefties, we're not going to hit the forehand going in a straight. The racket and the arm going straight. We want to meet the ball in front of us. That's why you want to be able to get the racket in front of you, showing a little bit more of the knuckles. It can go a little less, a little more. It's up to you again. But you want to have that in the front, so you're able to bring that to drop at the head of the racket and snap at the moment you make contact. Okay. One more thing that I noticed is that when they turn, a lot of people, many times, they turn and they show in the racket to the front. So they're turning sideways and they bring in the racket like that. If you're holding the racket, if your right hand is in the right position, naturally your racket is going to look like this, like Djokovic and Nadal and most two-handed backhand hitters hit. See, the racket is more kind of facing the side of the court instead of facing your opponent. You want to make sure you do that, because when you swing, anyways, you're not going to swing. You don't want to swing with the grip of your racket and the tip of your racket aligned. You don't want to swing like that. Again, that's shoveling. You want to go with the butt cap first. Let the grip go beyond your body, past the trunk of your body, and when it's in front of you, then you snap. Okay. So when you turn, you want to turn well on your side and you want to bring that racket to the side. You're going to cock the left wrist. This is going to be naturally like that. Easy to go with the butt cap through if you have those knuckles in the front. So pay attention how your racket is positioned when you turn sideways there. One more thing that I noticed too is that sometimes people, they hit side to side. They prepare racket here and they just go kind of side to side. They don't really brush. You want to make sure you bring that racket low in order to brush and bring it all the way around you across. Usually when you swing all the way around with your shoulders, finish with the shoulders in front of you the same way you do with the forehand. That's going to give you a lot more spin, more control. Now, many times people start missing and they slow it down. They slow down the swing, forehand or backhand. You don't necessarily need to slow down the swing. You just gotta make sure that you're brushing that ball. You're going through, if you're missing, you're probably hitting too much through the ball and it's flying long. So what you want to make sure you're doing is that you're bringing that racket low and then bring it across. You finish with the elbow in the front. Same on the backhand. You want to turn, you bring it down and up, and your racket is the tip of the racket. That's gonna gain pace, speed coming across your body here. This pronation that we do on the backhand and coming across, same on the forehand, that pronation, that's what's gonna gain speed, coming across your body fast, and that's what's gonna create more spin. If you still have problems with that creating spin, especially on your forehand, when you get ready and you feel like you're not creating enough spin and your arm is extended, well, what you want to do is you want to make sure you drop that racket a little more, and you're gonna feel your elbow is kind of doing this part, it's kind of coming to the front. So when you do that, you create more spin, kind of like the jacksock forehand, you know, but you don't want to go too extreme. You just gotta let it drop a little more there, let it come through. Same on the backhand. You want to bring the racket behind you, and you want to make sure you're making that dominant left arm work, going down and across the body, brushing. Okay, one last tip, super important, is keep your head still when you make contact. Don't follow the ball right away. A lot of people hit, and the moment right before they hit, they're already looking away where they want to go. Don't. That's when you mishit a lot of times. You know, that's when we hit with the frame. When you see the ball coming, usually you want to think, my lower body is gonna move fast, my legs, I gotta get in position. My upper body has to work smooth. So you move quickly, and when you swing, you kind of freeze the lower body, freeze your head, make contact. You want to make sure, focus more on making centric, solid contact with the ball. Don't think about where it's going. The ball is usually going to go where you want it to go. You just got to allow the body to work. Don't get in the way of the body giving instructions. Focus on your eyes and your legs. Ball coming, swing, make contact there, head still, and you end up looking at the background just for a split second. Then you look away, but you want to make sure, center it. Solid shots. Focus on hitting solid more than giving yourself instructions of where you're gonna go. Just focus on hitting that ball solid, and your shots are gonna go in. So, okay, guys. Well, I hope those tips work, and I'll see you next time.